welcome new subscribers. And it's occurred to me, well, I've noticed how many children I have. And also how many people I have that, well, they don't really know how to grow anything. And I understand that. What I'm going to do is teach you some things about it. Today, I wanted to clone my mother's fuchsia. And when I went to get some tips on it, I was horrified. The lady had a bunch of little sprigs that were rooted, it looked like. And she had her handy dandy little scissors and took all the time in the world. And I'm just going to sterilize them with my handy dandy spray. Yeah, to show you how to do that properly. And was very, very, very factual about this. And then she showed you how to cut the pieces. I'm going to show you how to do that. To my horror, she wanted you to put them inside of a banana. Do never, ever, ever listen to these people because it'll kill everything. Bananas, it'll kill everything. You can't do it. So I'm going to show you how you actually do it because I've already done two. See. I already have them in here. I'll show you in a minute when we're done those ones. But I'm going to show you how to cut them. And what you want, I know it's a beautiful plant. But you see, it's kind of sparse because all the other plants that were in here died because it had a disease of some form. Apparently when they forced them to bloom too early or something. All the same, it's all lonely in there. So I'm wanting to get at least 3, to make it more symmetrical. So what I need to do is I need to come along here and take one. I know it sounds awful to do to a plant, but you want to take one that actually has blooms on it. So these two we're going to take without the blooms on them just because they're still straggly. We might as well do something with them. But this one here, we want 5 nodes. Can you see that? Okay, a node. See the little leaf? See the little leaf? See the little leaf? You need 5. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to take this entire piece. I could take it off with my fingernails, but I suggest you do it this way. You get a cleaner cut, and you don't hurt the plant and tear it. Then you want to take all of these leaves off. This is probably where you're going to get most of your roots. And you don't want it trying to, sorry about that, support an entire plant. Just the top part. And yes, unfortunately, that means that the flower has to go too. But that's for more flowers to come with the new plant. All right. So, you don't have to use this plant stand. You can do it in a little cup of water. I just do this for an added help. But you see your last node here? Right there. I can't get closer to this camera. Right there. You want to cut it an angle. Kind of like that. Kind of like a julienne cut if you're into cooking. And then you just stick it down in there. Do a little praying and hoping, But I think it's going to be fine. I'm going to do a couple more just to show you again. And let you go. I have some seeds that I need to do, and I realize I've never done that with you to show you how to actually do it. The proper way. I never do it the proper way. No, I do not. Here, we're going to go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to cut it right here. Anytime you're doing a lot of these cuttings at one time, always have a little vial of water with you or something. You do not want them to dry out. You won't have very good success if they dry out. So I keep my little, it's called something, it's a clone Indian root stimulator or helper. I don't know what you should call this. I don't even know what to call it when I go to buy another one. Oh, yeah, and be careful with your scissors. Anyway, I'm taking this one because he looks funky here too. He doesn't have a flower, so he doesn't have as good of a chance as the rest, but he looks funky. I'm funny about my flowers. This isn't my flower, though. My mother is probably having a heart attack. Well, this thing was dead. Well, practically when I got it. But I wouldn't hurt my mother's plant. This is the same theory you can use in just about all plants. I wanted to make sure. They need 5 nodes in order for them to support and grow another plant. I prefer this way of propagating versus seeds. Don't have a great luck with seeds, but we're going to do it just so I can show you how. Even if you're a little kid, boy, will your mother ever appreciate it if she saw you out there gardening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again with that julienne cut. See? Let's see if I can get that closer to you. Do you see that? Things will get better as I go on. I spent most of my time actually trying to figure out how to make a pretty video, but now how to shoot one. So I just do my best here. Obviously this part needs to see more of the light than it is. But yeah, I'm probably going to take this one here. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you know what? This is probably going to be one of the stronger ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might as well cut this one off now because it has holes in it. Yes, I'm like that. You know, I spray these things like 2 to 3 times a week with my handy dandy. Well, I just use the peroxide spray when I do it that often. And it actually gives everything a really nice lift. I mean, it truly lifts your plants. It has oxygen in it. My plants actually look like they're saying hallelujah when they're putting their hands up in the air. That's what it reminds me of. I've been to those churches. My church is a little conservative, but I've been there, and that's what it looks like to me, is that all the plants are saying thank you. Isn't that what hallelujah means? Well, anyway, believe me, I'm always praising God when my stuff comes up. Boy, we've really taken this down to nothing, haven't we? But we need to remove all of the little flowers. This should have a lot of, there should be a lot of strength in here because it was trying to put through all those flowers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our 5. We're going to make a julienne cut again. We don't have much of that node I got. So we may have to come through and go higher if it doesn't root. So he's going to live to see another day. Still beautiful. We're going to give him back to my mother. She needs to be able to see the beauty of him, and I'll probably get him back over the winter. And here we go. Actually, I have some other plants I need to put in the other side. So we'll check on that, probably during my next garden review. And I do that to show you the progress that everything is making, because I've made some mistakes. Of course I'm going to. I have no idea what I'm doing. So it may seem that way, but I only know how to flower garden and other gardening, not vegetables and stuff. So we're going to have to revisit my cilantro problem. Apparently there's something called bolting. Anyway, you have yourself a lovely day, and I will as well. And I'll do a little bit more of actual showing you how to grow stuff and how to propagate it and everything else. It's really important to me that people know that there's other options than outside and gardening. I will speak to you later. Bye.